Hello. It's been a while, I know. I've been a little busy maximizing shareholder value, but I think I'm ready to lock in on this. You'll notice a little change of scenery. I'm renovating my office, and so hopefully this will do. Okay, so last video, we set up a high yield savings account, and if you haven't seen that yet, I really recommend you go and do so. That account will be your financial cushion. It'll be the foundation for a solid financial portfolio, so please go and do so before you touch any of this. So today we're opening a brokerage account, and this is where you start to actually invest. The high yield savings account is great for protecting your money. This account will be great for growing your money. A brokerage account is where the fun actually begins, is where you're able to buy stocks, ETF, options, and other securities, things that over time can outpace inflation and grow actual wealth. There is some risk to this. Your portfolio can go down, it could go up. That's normal. That's why I recommend you investing in this for the long term and not the short term. So some quick facts before we get started. The brokerage account that we're gonna open up is with Fidelity. There is no minimum to open an account with Fidelity. You don't need anything. This is a taxable brokerage account, so it's not like a Roth IRA or a 401k. Those are their own thing, and we will touch upon that later. But yeah, so I've got Fidelity open, so let's dive right in. Okay. So we are on fidelity.com. So the first step will be to open an account up here. So you're gonna see a lot of different accounts, brokerage accounts, IRAs, HSAs, 529s. But for today, we're going to focus on the brokerage account, and then we could go into the others at another time. So let's go ahead and open a brokerage account. So it's going to ask you if you already have a brokerage account with Fidelity, and you might have an IRA with them, or your company might have set up a 401k with them. So just click on the appropriate option for you. In this case, we're going to say no. Next. So on this screen, it'll be pretty straightforward. This is where they ask you questions about yourself. They are going to ask you some pretty personal questions regarding your social security number. That's all necessary. They need it for tax purposes. Make sure that the information that you put into these fields match exactly your identification, whether it be your passport or your driver license or ID. So just go ahead and fill everything out, and we'll go on to the next page after. So the next page, it's going to ask you some questions regarding your employment. So let's just go ahead and fill that out. You'll want to fill out the actual information of your employment. It's important again for tax purposes and IRS bullshit. And then it'll ask you some questions regarding securities industry regulations. It's not common for any of these to apply to most people, so just go ahead and click non-apply after you filled out everything else. So after you filled out all of the employment information in the previous page, you're going to land onto this page. And this page is going to ask you what you want your core position to be in, or where you want your cash to be held after you made a deposit. There are two options. You could read more about it by clicking on learn more about core positions. Just to make it easy, I just go with the money market fund or the SPACs fund. And it doesn't really matter too much to me. I don't really keep my cash in this account for too long, right? After I make my deposit, I almost immediately start to distribute that deposit among various investments. So just, if you really care about it, learn more about it. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and click on the money market fund. And in the next page is going to ask you to review all the information. I'm not gonna show you that page because it does contain sensitive information. So just go ahead and review that information and click next once you're done. So after you reviewed that sensitive information, you're gonna go ahead and create an online account, right? So you'll be able to log into this account whenever you want through the app on the phone or through any computer and website. Okay, so after you've filled out your account information and set up your security question, it's going to ask you to verify your phone number through code. Very basic stuff, so just go ahead and do that. And after you do, it's going to direct you to this page. And this is probably the most important page, right? It's asking you how you want to fund your investment account. So just go ahead and put in how many dollars you want. Again, you don't need to put in any kind of money. There's no minimum requirements of, just for example, I could put in 0 and continue. And it didn't work. So we're gonna put 1. Sorry, maybe there is a requirement. Well, let's see this one. Okay, so if you you don't have to fund your account now, you could just click log out and log into your account regularly, or you could connect a bank account and start funding that way. You could connect your checking account, or click on other options and find other ways to deposit money. But that should be pretty straightforward. You just go ahead and put in your routing and account number, and it'll take you from there. But I don't think I need to go through this part. If you really have questions, just go ahead and contact me and I could help you go through this part as well. So after I logged out and didn't fund the account, I went ahead and logged back in. And so when you do log back in, it'll show you this dashboard. It'll give you the your individual trading account up here. I am blocking the account number, but you'll see there's nothing in there. Yeah, and then so whenever you're ready, you could just go ahead and add funds, and then again follow the basic instructions on how to connect your bank account or find any other ways to deposit money. And another cool thing about this, if you didn't already have a Fidelity account, it's very easy just to open up another account within this existing account, right? We just go down here and click open an account, and then again we could talk about opening a IRA or a 529 or a crypto account, but that's something we'll touch upon at another video. And yeah, that's it. The account is open. In the next video, we'll actually dive in and talk about what to buy or even how to place a trade in the first place, and why exchange traded funds or index funds are a perfect place for beginners to begin. If you already have a Roth IRA or any other IRA, this could also be applied to that portfolio. So I'll see you next time.